Well, hello, Kingsman. Welcome back to the Napoleonic battlefield. Today we have another 4v4. This sent in by another YouTuber, SteelyDan. For those of you who do not know about his channel, go and check him out. I'll put the link in the description. He does some replays. He does a lot more meme and TW3 content. Some good stuff. So definitely give him some support. NW3 content creators are a smaller genre of the Total War community, so you know we gotta support each other where we can. But today we have like I said, 4v4. As you can see, the USA, which looking pretty good. I don't really play the USA that much, but they can be a fun faction. A lot of militia. They can bring a lot of skirms. Now the USA is going to be joined by 3 French armies. You have a 10-point France-Österreich, you have a 8-point France-Spain, and 9-point France-Italy. Now, I do not know, of course, the coalition factions, but you see that there are 2 HRE armies, a Netherlands, UK, and then a Russia. As you can see, the USA pushing from one side and France pushing the other side. We see a lot of HRE cav already. The USA are kind of not really going towards the HRE at this point. They're pushing up. They do have some 6-pounder Vermont militia, other 6-pounder. For the most part, actually, they're bringing line infantry. I'm sure they're bringing some of their militia. They do have some Canadian volunteers, some more skirms here. Of course, you'd bring them, and then some cavalry. Their fellow teammates. Let's see. France bring in some lancers. Very nice. Dragoons. More dragoons, some hussars, a horse artillery. I love 6-pounder horse artillery. It is so mobile. You just gotta keep moving around. Also some chevaliers, it looks like, because this is the Österreich. Chevaliers, chasseur cheval, and then line infantry. Actually, I think they're bringing some of the Austrian line. No, Saxon. This looks like Saxon line infantry. A mixture, of course, with some of their. No, a lot of Saxon line infantry. Interesting. And looks like some Austrian grenadiers or Saxon grenadiers, one of the two. But you can see they are actually forming up in a battle line because the HRE are already so close with what looks like possibly some Polish lancers already getting shelled by the horse artillery. This is why horse artillery is so awesome. They can rush up and start putting pressure on the cav. Looks like we have some chevaliers from the HRE as well. Really thick, large units. This is a juicy shot for that artillery piece. And they have to be very careful. Over here, HRE and Russia actually pushing up on the USA. We do have some lancers and some hussars or gussaris, whatever you like to call them. So a lot of lancers so far in this battlefield. We do have the Canadian line of shoe. These guys can't form square. I don't know why they're being mad enough to push up on that cav. Maybe they're just calling their bluff. Being like, you don't know if I can square or not, so what you gonna do? More HRE chevaliers. Possibly gonna be putting some pressure on France now. The other French player is pushing up their dragoons. Oh no, we had that cav charge from Russia. I suspect trying to take on those volunteers who could not form square. And now the USA is going to send forward their 8th Dragoons. New York going against these hussars. They're going to catch them out. I love the white horses. And I kill a couple of them. We do have more Russian cav now pushing up, though. We have some Dragoons who are going to shoot these Canadian volunteers and just butcher them. Those poor guys. They're also going to be pushing up with that hussar unit. So getting really aggressive with the USA. USA is pushing up more of their cavalry, but the HRE are hovering with some of those chevaliers. In fact, they may be actually charging in as well. So this is not good for the USA. But the nice thing is they do have line infantry. But here we go. The USA is getting charged. Trying to use their dragoons. Already one is broken. They can try to break these dragoons of Russia. Other cav unit, the 8th Dragoon's going to take on some hussars. They could win this fight if they can manage to turn around here. Finally, the French are going to be able to make a reinforcing charge here. The USA not doing too hot on their cav engagement here. Russia really pounding them and making them lose 3 of their units thus far, or 4 units so far. So these Dragoons now going to get smacked by that Hussar unit. USA is going to need the French to cover them. Nowhere else really having fighting. The USA just going to run to the safety of their fellow army. Russia has just such good cav, guys. It is tough to beat. It is very tough to beat. We also have some HRE troops here. So HRE already showing up. I mean, they have a road, and they did deploy for that. HRE with 9.0 with no musket bug, definitely a more deadly force to be reckoned with. And what is this? So, for those of you who do not know, and I need to make some more guides now that I've gotten familiar with 9.0. The artillery on a hill fires way better, way more accurate. So this is a deadly combination of a hill with this much artillery. You can see they are going to start firing at a general, actually, and the infantry. Ooh, we have taken a building way in the back. All right, so some militia corps taking a LOC. Probably the Russia is going to fix that. So we may have the French attacking a hill position. And like I said, this artillery position is going to be something that the French are going to have to deal with. They can't... I'm wiggling a mouse for effect here. When you know I'm talking about something a lot, my mouse just starts like... Anyway. We do have the Dutch UK, and looks like they are rushing up some of their horse artillery. And the thing about the UK, guys, in 9.0 is they have some deadly accuracy and deadly reloads. So it looks like the UK may be trying to cross this river, possibly. The French are going to probably use that as their line of defense along this side. They are going to attack the HRE, though. It looks like they are going to attack. Maybe this French-Italy army is going to plug in the gap here. The USA are going to be on the flank. They have a lot of militia. And actually, yeah, they decided to start pushing up here. Oh, we do have France. I don't know if this was really wise. There are some cuirassiers, I'm assuming. Maybe just chevaliers. Okay, so France is going to go in and possibly break some of the... oh, beautiful charges here. They are just totally sweeping the Russian cav away here. In fact, they have some more chasseurs cheval that is getting charged down by some lancers. Over here, we have the HRE making a stand by the river with some of their grenadiers here. What a beautiful area to be holding. Wow, look how close they even are already. So Russia managed to chase down those chasseurs cheval. There is Jean-Baptiste with some heavies. Oh my goodness. These are really good cav, too. So USA is going to push out once more. They're going to probably be the ones who are going to get into it with Russia, with their line infantry, trying to ensure the line. That you can see that the HRE are trying to push for a flank, which is why France has their reserves where they are. And they are going to want to hold. This is bad, though. You do not want to have a gap in your lines, and you do not want to have a corner. France looking right at you. I'm not going to criticize you too much, but you got an exposed flank here. This is bad. And cav. These guys can form square. These are Trilliers, so, you know, not a bad thing. In fact, yeah, they have plenty of squares here. Oh, France called their bluff. Artillery, though, going to be very deadly at such close range here. This battle definitely heating up as France is going to push up, try to catch maybe the HRE in the river. Ooh, put the first volley in as the HRE are going to advance here. Just deadly. But they're going to push up. I love this banner they have. I feel like it's new. Is that the banner they had before? I feel like it's a newly created banner. But where is the UK? I suspect the UK, yep, they're going to push down this road and be able to cross over here. France is going to have to fall back a little bit maybe, and they are falling back, wisely falling back, as this flank will be exposed by the UK and the HRE pushing in on this one point. especially with the artillery. They may be better to push along the flank with France, Italy, and use the USA to kind of keep the Russians busy. Now, Russia actually may be consolidating in the center as well. Yeah, we have a lot of HRE. Russia, the coalition is focusing in one small area. So it may put a lot of pressure on France, Spain, but then if the France, Italy, and USA can swing around the flank, they may be able to put some real hurt on the coalition. That artillery, though, as you can see, doing so much damage already to the French as they're going to start falling back here. Thank goodness this battle is in one area. This would be so hard to try to deal with. I can't deal with something. Tough stuff, you know? The wheat field makes this look so awesome. I love wheat fields. I know I repeat myself so much, but you know. France falling back here. So we do have Imperial Guard. Looks like Österreich brought basically Saxon infantry and then the Imperial Guard. They have chasseurs, tirailleurs, I saw. Where are they? I saw them. I'm not going crazy. I know I'm not going crazy. There they are. Oh, no, that's what's Spain. Interesting. Okay, well, a couple of them brought some elites. But we have masses now of Russia pushing over here. Oh, my goodness. What a push. And these actually look like they have some Prussians mixed in the Russian army. Yeah, there's some Prussians mixed in here. Yeah, these are definitely Prussians. We just gotta go with theaters of war. You can roll a couple different, you know, mixtures of troops, which is why there's Saxons in the French line and also Imperial Guard units in the French line. But France is not going to give up this side of the hill. They are just reforming so as to not lose their position here, but they are going to form up and let the USA push around the flank. The USA has not been engaged yet. They have a very powerful lines and lines of troops here. And they can definitely make a push. I like how they finally have American voices instead of British voices for the US. See, hear that moving out? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so Russia is going to start pushing up here. Their job is going to be to defend this hill. Now, we do have some chasseurs. Ooh, these are all chasseurs. They are... Don't let your guys die, though. Oh, that'd be so sad. Yeah, don't let the US... Don't let them... Oh! Do we have a bayonet charge here with some line infantry and cav? A coordinated push on the HRE center. So really, really pushing in here. They need to push. They have a general up here to inspire the men to hold. Where? Where's the running? Oh my goodness. So a cav charge as well. France lost their chasseur cheval to some hussars and artillery sitting right here on the flank. But let's not forget the center. HRE losing a lot. Now we do have some Chevaliers of the HRE pushing up as well. More line infantry going in. They are trying to break with the bayonet charge in the center. This is exactly what you have to do as France. Enemy general has been slain. How did this happen? I feel like there was a friendly charge here. But you see France is making a huge dent in. Now HRE do have reserves, so it's going to cause some French breaking here. Plus, with all the HRE cav swarming in, this could be a big problem here. We do have the UK still pushing up here. France actually doing bayonet charges along the line. So they have a square formed here to stop this. They're going to form squares and hope to rout this HRE cav. We do have more Chevaliers who are going to push up here now that the French infantry are not in squareable formations. We also have France, backed by the USA, starting to push on the flank. Russia maybe trying to get in and close in with some bayonet charges of their own. This center looking pretty good for the French, actually. They have had some breakage, but they have really pushed in on the HRE flank here. Now, these French troops are stuck in melee, so they're not going to form a square. But these hussars are going to charge and try to break the Chevaliers of HRE. Now the square may try to pull these Chevaliers into it. France going to mass up more infantry in the center and start trying to push in as the HRE are kind of reeling from that first initial loss. Now France has pushed up here, taken part of the hill. Russia is kind of caught out of formation. They do have cavalry that's going to charge in. Let's see if France does manage to form squares. They do, and that's going to cause real hurt as they are not going to be able to really get a good charge off with the Russian cav. France now countercharging the Chevaliers, possibly losing, but we do have the HRE and the UK pushing up on this flank, be trying to turn the flank. I mean, but their center has basically lost. They've actually lost most of that hill. France really getting decisive pushing up here. France is getting charged with some line infantry and bayonet charges, but they are charging in with line infantry of their own, coordinated with heavies. Heavy cav here starting to really turn that Russian flank here. All right, so they are really putting the pressure on. The USA haven't even engaged, guys. This could be a huge advantage for them. On this flank, I would suspect not going to do too hot. HRE are falling back, using the artillery on this position to drive back any French that are pushing up. HRE pulling back on this side, letting this left flank maybe put the pressure on France to have to put reserves over here. They do have some reserves, but they're shifting their grenadiers all to the center where the melee is happening. Russia and France in it. Lancers have gone in as well. It's an all-out brawl. The USA now getting into the bayonet charges, sending some of their free men of color. Really putting the hurt down, routing one Russian unit. And we have cavalry now going for the guns. HRE not really multitasking very well, but Russia is. And they're going to charge in here and take on these Dragoons. And the HRE are going to push up. It's going to cause the Dragoons to have to charge them in return. And a huge clash in the river. Oh my goodness. The Russians are breaking in mass. So the UK really have to make a decisive push here if they plan on winning. They did break the Saxon skirms. This Saxon line for France is going to have to hold, but already they can't form square in some heavy Dragoons.
Our men are running
of the UK charging in, and now these poor Saxons are going to get squished between some Chevaliers. We do have the light cav of the UK trying to flank, but you can see the UK are really making a decisive push here. France, though, and the USA really doing a decisive rout on the Russians. We do have the HRE that are going to try to reform their lines. They don't have anything on this side, though, so this definitely is looking pretty good for the French at this point. But on this side, they are collapsing so fast. They need to rout this cavalry. We have some more Dragoons who are going to reinforce here, charging down along with some Lancers. As the French are just breaking. The US artillery probably going to be next. In fact, look at all this infantry for the UK. It's a seesaw battle, but with so many units routing, I don't know if the HRE have enough. They do have reserves, thankfully, which they are now pouring over to that direction. Over here, not really much of a difference. These grenadiers will be used, should be used over here, to be honest. These Gren should shift over to reinforce this left flank where the UK are pushing so well. We also have some French units on the far in the back from Italy that may have to push up and reinforce this Saxon line. Because this is looking nasty on this side. Look at this mass. HRE are pushing up. The UK need to be very careful. They should wait for a little more of the US. The US so far behind. If the US were here, imagine how well they build and circle this army. Unfortunately, they're just way too far in the back. So actually, France needs to be very cautious. They could lose all these units. On this side, France needs to be very cautious. They are pushing well, but they are losing on this side. These reserves need to push up as soon as possible. These Grenadiers and Imperial Guard need to also push up. They do have an artillery position, some 12-pounders. What cool uniforms, too. Wow. This must be like an Imperial Guard unit. We have some horse artillery also getting themselves out of there. So France has managed to Fusilier Chasseur. Look at the beautiful uniforms. My goodness. So they're going to be pushing up here as the UK start their advance. Highlanders. That's why it did so well. They have Highlanders here. They should have bagpipe sound for the Highlanders. Imagine how awesome that would be. France reforming, also pushing here. Russia not really coming back, but I mean, it seems like the Imperials are trying to use all these routing units to kind of stop the HRE from really being able to form up well. We have a cav charge here. We got Dragoons going against some Hussars of HRE.
Our unit is dead, sir.
Actually, Dragoons not doing too hot. The USA are pushing up here. We have the first line of militia who are going to push up on the flank here. HRE falling back. Russia just... their units get in the way here. Look at how... look at that mass route. HRE now finally able to push up past those units and form up a battle line. And France... oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. Why do I have the hiccups right now? So France is managing to form up here and actually get a good defense. Highland, I believe these are Highland Lights. They're going to push up on the... probably make themselves scarce at this point in time. They don't want to get shot. They want to be able to just shoot without getting shot at. This artillery is probably extremely annoying, though. Oh my gosh. Very annoying. Very close quarters here. France is still holding the center, doing a good job of it. HRE, to their credit, the coalition has recovered beautifully from the mass rout that Russia suffered. They probably should reform here. This hill is bad. These 3 men of color still in the fight, guys. These guys have been fighting for quite some time, taking on some cavalry now. Oh, we have a cav charge, and what happened here? France pushing reserves, but yeah, see here these lights come. But I mean, they actually are doing an excellent job of hitting the flank of the UK and even sending some Grenadier Guard. So they are finally pushing back on France or on the UK. So doing a good job of counter-charging, especially with some really good quality line of Grenadiers. But their line, you can see, is mass breaking here. They need to be super cautious. They need to get these reserves up here because they just had a mass break. So this battle is not over by any means. And now the USA have a lot of infantry still, guys, but some of this line infantry I feel like should be pushing up in the center. The HRE are really putting a dent in the French line, as well as the UK. They're breaking a lot of French troops here. A lot of Saxon troops. Another Gren charge against some Scottish line infantry. Such chads. Oh, a counter charge as well. Yeah, France needs to get these reserves in here because you see they're breaking a lot. We have France trying to make a bayonet charge here. HRE have managed to, look at this, look how well these guys managed to get away from the French and the USA. And the rest of the HRE need to fall back. This hill being defended, the UK should be trying to push this hill. I mean, maybe they should. They have shattered a whole line of French. And the HRE are going to do very well holding here. As long as they keep that morale up, they can do well. The USA, uh-oh. They are not going to be able to fire before they get smacked around. Oh, maybe they will. But now the HRE know these guys can't form square. Let's see. This has just been a madhouse of melee in the center still. And interesting how the positions have changed. Before the HRE were on this side and the French were on this side, and now it's totally turned tables. UK still trying to turn this flank here. France still holding, but now the UK seem to be contented to just sit here and fire. Look at that hill they're shooting up, though. I mean, that's gonna be tough. Very, very tough for them to take this hill. Now more bayonet charges. The HRE getting pushed back even more. Honestly, yeah, the UK need to probably fall back. They're gonna get isolated here. The USA, oh my goodness. A USA getting shot by, I'm assuming, canister. Uh-oh. These guys aren't gonna survive more than a couple rounds of volleys by the USA. Who are they gonna fire at? Because I think the USA are gonna sacrifice some of the Louisiana militia. The Louisiana Blues going in. Oh, we have some cav charging these militia. And they're gonna probably break them. They have line infantry as well. Oh, the HRE have a lot of artillery. Look at this position they have. They broke the first of the militia, so France is gonna have to, or the US are gonna have to push up. This artillery is gonna be really, really tough. And stuff, you know, tough and stuff. Oh, are they gonna make it? Are they gonna fire? And I'm probably missing stuff. Oh no, it is canister. Oh no, oh no! How are they gonna survive? They are not gonna make it. That is tough. So UK are still standing here. The line kind of stretched out. Look at this. UK don't even have a solid line. They have units here and there and everywhere. And they still are holding the French in place, but I think France would be pushing up their Grens to close in here. They also have fallback HRE on this flank. This looks like it's now going to be the next place to fight. We do have HRE infantry who are defending this artillery, which has honestly gotten its worth. This was all guys from artillery. That is just deadly. And now they're going to turn their guns and start firing once more. They're going to go in for that bayonet charge once more. They have to do it this time. And I think they're going to manage to do it this time. But will the HRE get their infantry or their artillery out of there in time? I think they will. Their cavs defending it. Yeah, their infantry are getting themselves out of there. Oh, we have some more cav pushing up. The USA does not have squares here. They need to be very cautious. The HRE could really start shattering their lines. Over here, it's just a stagnant line fight right now. No one really moving. The USA, or not the USA, wow, the UK just shooting, and the French are going to fall back a little bit. I have such great commentary, don't I? They're shooting, they're falling back. They're going to shoot a little bit. Actually, HRE seem to be pushing up once more, as France is going to have to fall back. Probably use the shelter of the trees. They do have artillery, I do believe, still. Or did they lose it? Did they lose it? Did they lose all their artillery? Oh my goodness. The USA are not doing well here, guys. They are losing. And this artillery is just constantly firing. I mean, you have all of this artillery in the center punching holes through the US. A lot of cav firing at the USA, or attacking the USA here. HRE are actually even pushing out. These guys have had to have a lot of canister. Yeah, look at this. They're just mass routing the US. Grenadiers pushing up the HRE. The USA are getting bit back. They're getting bit hard. This artillery is just shattering this USA line. These brave New Orleans militia. And the USA are starting to mass rout. This is bad. The HRE are making a comeback. They are making a comeback. The USA they marched right in front of the guns, and I think they're paying for it. They're about to lose all their army, which means the French are gonna have to they're gonna have to deal with the whole flank of HRE. And the USA are still here. Unfortunately, they have not managed to push back the USA or the UK. Horse artillery ever present. Oh, this hill will probably make it a little harder. Oh man, I say that as I watch a guy fly across the map. This battle is close still, guys. The French are countercharging here down the hill, letting the momentum carry them. The units are very tired, though. The HRE probably are as well. Oh, we have HRE cab charging in from the back. So the USA have only a couple units. Even Russia is back. What is this? Artillery piece? Just getting some free kills? Making sure the USA don't come back? I mean, that's a good way to use your artillery crew. But the HRE are now going to be pushed up on the French flank. France is going to have to form up their only reserves they have. They can still win this, but the coalition could as well. Where are the Grens? We have some elites now, the chasseurs, who are going to have to hold. They have been given the daunting task of holding. Back the HRE, who have... I mean, there's still some USA over here, too. The New Orleans boys have managed to keep themselves from dying. They went up against artillery, but oh, the HRE seem to be pushing up a lot in the center. Oh, we do have some charging here. Some cavalry engaging the French cav. And the UK getting charged. These chasseurs doing their part to try to drive back the UK once and for all. There's only 2 units of UK.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Oh no, the UK lost their gen. This could cause a mass break. This could be what they need. This could be what they need. They could break the UK in a mass. And I think they are. Yep, the UK just broke that like 30-second shock to morale when their general dies or breaks just helped, and they managed to save. What a crazy charge to save them from extinction. And now they're gonna be able to sweep back the HRE. This artillery still, it ain't no daisy. Oh, what?
Our men are running, sir.
Oh no. F's in the chat for these Grens, my gosh. These guys just took some shrapnel to the face, or canister to the face. This artillery's still there. I think they're gonna push this line infantry and try to break it. I think France has it now. I think France will hold. There is a couple wavering units of UK. Where's the horse artillery? Where'd it go? To think this is where the fight raged for this one hill. It's King of the Hill. It's King of the Hill. That's literally what it was. This hill was what was fought for. Do we have a bayonet charge? Yes, we do. These tired French are gonna probably break. And, oh no. Well, they're getting shot in the face too. For a second, but it may still break them. But some grenadiers now gonna back them up. Oh, these guys are gonna break. They're not gonna make it. Look how fast they're dying. Oh, but more units from Chilier is going to go in. They are starting to break the HRE. And HRE, after that brave hold, it is going to be over for them. It was a good hold.
Our men are running, sir.
They did very well. I think both sides played well. I would call that a good game if I was a coalition. I'd be pretty happy actually the HRE breaking the whole U.S. Army, especially right over here. You want to see war crimes that were committed? USA's lost so many units to that canister. And they're scattered units here and there, but I mean the battle's almost over. And the LOC I think is in favor of the Imperials still, so. But the French knew how to play. You can't stand in a shooting match forever. You have to close in, get those bayonet charges, do what the French do best in 9.0, melee.
Our men are running, sir.
Look at that. The victoriously but battered. This would be a Pyrrhic victory for sure. The Russians still in the back running. Russia got hit really hard, really fast. Like, yeah, they got focused by two armies at once. There is nothing you can do when you're. They were like right here, and USA was coming in to their flank, and France just pushed up with the cav charges as well. I mean, they lost big right in this area. So. A very decisive victory, for sure, right there. That helped a ton. If Russia had managed to stay in the fight, it would have been over. I think I'm going to fast forward here because it's just the HRE getting bayonet charged here. They're in a mass route. You also have this artillery, which will have to be dealt with. France is going to probably cry a little bit as they try to advance on this position. Can they get some kills, though? You know, let's see if they managed. Oh, no, the USA is getting revenge. The USA charging in, getting their revenge for that piece. Just a couple UK, I think, back here, and one or two HRA. Where are they going? Why are you running? That's artillery piece. Just charge in at this point. You've lost. It is the good thing to do. You know, you just charge in. Oh, look at this.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Absolute heroes here. Charging in. Let's see if what are these guys gonna do? The US. They managed to kill the general. And now their artillery are just gonna go in here. General James Madison gonna get revenge. One more stand by the USA. It'll break pretty soon here. So, hey, it was a good game. I definitely appreciate the replays being sent in by Dan. So thank you for that, Dan. That was a really fun replay to watch. Very close and very fierce. You don't get games like that all the time. But yeah, that was it. You can see units on the players on each side. Arjun's, Tran of Magis. Dan was the NTW3. And Anzac is the USA. Funballs, Grim Preacher, Heisenberg, and Wolfric on the other side. Let us see the chasseurs were very good. Definitely did their part for Napoleon on that battlefield. The Saxon infantry definitely not as effective. You can see they did not kill much. They got focused by the UK. Definitely knew what they were doing when they attacked the Saxon line. So, all right, guys, that's about it for me today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me. Side note, thank you so much for the support on the channel with even that cinematic battle I did. I got a lot of comments saying they loved it, so I probably will do more of those. I really actually enjoyed making, editing, and getting the music for it. It's such a beautiful mod, And that's just one way to showcase it, I guess, besides these battles. So, and also thank you so much for we're almost to 800 subscribers, which is an insanely crazy thing. I thought I would get to 500, honestly, about this time. I did not expect to be almost at 800. So I do appreciate you guys have been amazing with the comments and likes and just the overall support of the channel and getting to play with a lot of you on the battles, you know? I really do enjoy it. If you want to get in on the NTW3 battles, you are more than welcome to join. You can go to my Discord. It is linked in all of my videos. And just keep your eye out for when I make announcements, or sometimes just hop on my Discord and see who wants to play. So, would love to see you there. Love to talk with you guys. Yeah, well, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.